أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه حق قدره ومقداره العظيم. اللهم ثبت جناني وأجر الحق على لساني، ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. We begin this exercise by attesting to the faith there is no deity worthy of worship except Allah alone. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is his messenger. All praises, salutations are due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, our cherisher, nourisher, and the sustainer of the whole universe, who out of his infinite mercy and compassion prolonged our lives to witness this day, a blessed day of Jummah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept our prayers. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept our Jummah, our Haylala, and grant us our heart desires. Bijai Sayyid sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Continuing from where Sayyid Ahmed Amawlaya Bab al-Wa'iz stopped last week. He stopped at ولازم لازم ذي الطريق فلست في أخذ الطريق تربه إلا إذا كنت دواما تصله. And I'm going to start or continue from مكملا شروطه المكررة مكابدا آدابه المعتبرة. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to ease this tax placed on my shoulders for me to say that which is right. Sheikh Ibrahim radiallahu anhu said, and it goes this way: Allahu Allah ya ibadallahi, Allahu Allah ya ibadallahi, مكملا شروطه المقررة مكابدا آدابه المعتبرة. الله الله يا عباد الله، الله الله يا عباد الله، معظما لآله جميعا، لا سيما الخاصة كن مطيعا. الله الله يا عباد الله، الله الله يا عباد الله. مولانا Al-Hajj Ibrahim An-Yas said in the previous lesson presented by Sayyid Amawlaya, فلست في أخذ الطريق تربح إلا إذا كنت دواما تصله. You will not gain profit by taking this awrad except you continuously seek righteousness. Then مكملا شروطه المقررة. فلست في أخذ الطريق تربه إلا إذا كنت دواما مكملا شروطه المقررة مكابدا آداب is in line with the فلست في أخذ الطريق تربه is the same thing Sheikh Ibrahim An-Yas radiallahu anhu is explaining in the second line, مكملا آداب المعتبرة. So you say you will not gain profit by taking this tariqah except you continuously seek righteousness while fulfilling its prescribed conditions. مكملا شروطه المكررة, while fulfilling its prescribed conditions. شروط جمع شرط. مكابدا آدابه المعتبرة, exemplifying its ethical code. طريقة التجانية is comprised of 3 conditions. We have, first of all, the conditions of initiation, and we have conditions of شروط الصحة, the conditions of validity. Then we have شروط الكمال, the conditions of perfection. where will we get this from? Today, inshallah, my lesson is going to be based on the book, the famous book uh, called Al-Fathu al-Rabbani Fima Yahtaju Ilayhi al-Murid al-Tijani, authored by Sayyid Muhammad ibn Abdullah ibn Hussein al-Shafi'i al-Tasfawi al-Tijani. In this book, he has explained to us the conditions of initiation, the conditions of validity, and the conditions of kamal, the conditions of perfection. So without wasting my time, I'll go to the book and see what Sheikh has written for us. First of all, he said, شروط الدخول في طريقتنا. The conditions of being initiated, or the conditions of initiation into our sacred path. He said, here, أن تكون مسلما مميزا. First of all, the first condition is for you to be a Muslim. That one cannot be initiated into the tariqah whilst he's not a Muslim. You must be a Muslim, and a good practicing Muslim, not just a Muslim by name, but a practicing Muslim. Scholars of the tariqah said at least you should fall under the category of the people Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam in hadith, al-Muslimu man salima al-muslimuna min lisanihi wa yadihi. A Muslim is the one whom Muslims are saved from the evils of his tongue and hands. At least you should fall under this category. When you are under this category, then you are good to be initiated into the tariqah of Tijaniya. That is number one. You should be a Muslim. Then number two, the next condition is وأن تنظر إلى من عنده إذن صحيح في تلقين الأوراد. You should look up to the one who has an authentic permission to initiate people to the tariqah of Tijaniya, or to give litanies to people. Don't just get up and go to any shehu at all and seek for initiation. The shehu you are going to seek for initiation from must be a shehu that has a complete and an authentic permission, isn't, to initiate whoever wants to be initiated into tariqah. Is very, very important. Now we have a lot of shehus. Everybody is now a shehu, and most of them, believe you me, they don't have silsila. Most of them don't have permission to initiate people. Just because he is eloquent in speech and is known, is renowned, he starts initiating people into the tariqah, which is very wrong. You must be very careful. And in fact, if you want to be initiated into the tariqah, you should seek for you should consult those who are already in the tariqah for them to show you the right sheikh you have to go to be initiated. If you lack the knowledge of differentiating between the good sheikh or the bad sheikh. This is very, very important. Why is it important? حتى تكون رابطتك متصلة بسيد العباد, so that you will be in line where you took, where you were initiated. The type your initiation will be linked with Sayyid al-Ibad, Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because this tariqah didn't come in vain. This tariqah didn't just come like that. Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam gave permission to Sayyidina Ahmad al-Tijani to initiate whoever wants to be practicing the tariqah. So if you do it without permission, then it means you have the link or the connection, that strong divine connection between you, your Sheikh, and Sheikh Tijani Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam is totally not available. meaning you are just doing azkar without izn. So you must be very careful. This is the reason why, because of the link and connection the tariqah has with Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, has with Sheikh Tijani and to Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. That is the main reason why you have to seek, you look up to the Sheikh who has a complete, who has an authentic permission to give the tariqah or to initiate people to the tariqah. Hope it is well understood. وأن تكون, the next condition, وأن تكون خاليا منسلخا عن أوراد غير شيخك. If before coming to be initiated into tariqah, you are already practicing a different tariqah of one of the Sufi orders. Let's say you are a Qadiriya or you are a Shaziliya, and you have read about Tijaniya, or if you've lived with Tijaniya people and you see the merits and benefits of being a murid of Tijaniya and you want to become one, you must put those awrad aside. If you are a Qadiriya, you should put it aside. If you are a Shaziliya, you should put it aside. Put all the awrad you are doing aside and stick to only the awrad of Sheikh Tijani. It's a condition. It's a condition and it must be abided. That is because, according to the author of this book, لأن الله لم يجعل لك من قلبين في جوفك. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't place two hearts in your bosom. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as it is in the ayah in Quran, ما جعل الله لرجل من قلبين في جوفه. And the next condition is وأن تزور أحدا من الأولياء الأحياء والأموات. And you shouldn't visit any of the awliya, the saints of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, living or dead, meaning you shouldn't visit their tomb. Which kind of visit is referred to here? The visit of going to seek for spiritual upliftment. If the purpose of your visit to a wali or a saint from another tariqah, then it must be a visit of Islam, a visit prescribed by Islam, not a visit of seeking spiritual upliftment. The visit of seeking spiritual upliftment is limited to only the shuyukh of Tariqat Tijaniyah. And the visit prescribed by Islam, that one is recommended by Islam and you will be rewarded for it. That type of visit is okay. It is even a command from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and command from Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So that's not the type of visit we are referring to. The type of visit referred to here is the visit you go for spiritual upliftment. Hope it is well understood. You can visit the tomb of Sayyid Abdul Qadir Jailani because he's wali min awliya Allah. Visit a normal visit, not a visit of upliftment, and so on. Hope it is well understood. And you can visit shuyukhs from another tariqah, a visit prescribed by Islam, and that ends it, not a visit of spiritual upliftment. Then the next condition is okay, وأن تحافظ على الصلوات الخمس في الجماعات والأمور الشرعية. This is very, very important. You must be conscious of salat. You must be someone who performs salat in congregation, on time and in congregation, unless on a reasonable excuse. If you have excuse, then no problem. But without any excuse, as a murid who, as a person who wants to be initiated into the tariqah of Tijaniya, know that a murid of tariqah to Tijaniya is incumbent on a murid of tariqah to Tijaniya to perform salawat al-khams, 5 daily prayers in congregation with jama'ah, unless on a reasonable reason or reasonable excuse. When you have an excuse, you are permitted to pray alone. When you don't have excuse, there's no way. There is no way. You must be a performer of Salawat al-Khams every day, on time and in congregation. Mal as a shadid, now what we see in our hoods, Tijaniya who's in Ghana, you see people in the name of Tariqah to Tijaniya, but they are not performing Salat very well. Even if they perform Salat even if they will perform Salat, you see them performing Salat as if it is a minor thing. This is very, very dangerous. Sheikh Tijani has warned against this. It is not a true quality of it's not a quality of a good murid. So you must make sure that you will be conscious of salat, you perform salat in congregation on time, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, inna salata kanat ala al-mu'minina kitaban mawquta. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made salat compulsory on believers at on specific time, that it must be prayed during that time. Those salat must be observed or performed during that time. Wal umur shar'iyya, and also you must be conscious of the Sharia of Islam. You must be conscious of anything that is related to Sharia, meaning anything that is haram. You must try all your possible best as a murid or as someone who wants to be initiated into tariqah to abstain from that thing. Anything that is halal, anything that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has commanded you to do all your possible best to make sure that you have done that thing. You must put it in the back of your mind. This is a true murid, and this is a condition that we have to make sure we practice it. Sharia is not a joke in tariqah as some of the murids perceive it to be. Sharia is very, very important, to the extent if some of the, excuse my language, ignorant ones among the murids, when you are someone who is conscious of the Sharia, then they call you or they refer to you as mahjub, meaning you have not attained the apex level of tariqah. No, that is ignorance. Sheikh Tijani never taught that. Sheikh Ibrahim never taught that. All the khulafa of Sheikh Tijani, the Khulafa of Sheikh Ibrahim, never taught that. All of them taught us on being conscious of the Sharia of Islam. It is very, very important. If you see any Shehu and his disciples playing with Sharia or joking with Sharia, know that they are not following the path of Sheikh Tijani. Sheikh Tijani never played with Sharia. Sheikh Ibrahim never played with Sharia. So therefore, no one in the name of Tariqah to Tijaniya should play with Sharia under any circumstance. In Akhbari, it is said, وَلَا يَحِلُّ لَهُ أَنْ يَفْعَلَ فِعْلٍ حَتَّى يَعْلَمَ حُكْمَ اللَّهِ فِيهِ. As a murid of Tijaniya, that one is was referred to a mature Muslim. And as a murid of Tijaniya too, before doing anything, you should know the saying of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in that particular thing. Is that particular thing lawful for you to do or not? If it is lawful, if it is good in the Sharia, if it doesn't contradict the Sharia, you are good to go. But if it is haram, no matter what the thing is, you should abstain from it. So we should be conscious as a murid of Tijaniya, we should be conscious of the Sharia. لأنها من سنن خير البرية, because Sharia is uh, is part of the sunan, the traditions of خير البرية رسول صلى الله عليه وسلم. وأن تستديم محبة الشيخ وخليفته إلى الممات. وخليفته إلى الممات. وأن تستديم محبة الشيخ وخليفته إلى الممات. وأن تستديم, you must constantly يعني love your sheikh وخليفته, sorry. وأن تستديم محبة الشيخ وخليفته عطف الشيخ وخليفته إلى الممات. You must constantly, excuse my grammatical crime. وأن تستديم محبة الشيخ وخليفته إلى الممات. You must constantly love your sheikh and his vicegerent, his khulafa, those who are acting as the shuyukhs in his tariqah. You should constantly love them. You should constantly love your sheikh, that's Sheikh Tijani, and his khulafa, that's your shuyukhs, those who initiate you in tariqah, those who have initiated you in tariqah, and those who are giving you spiritual training in tariqah. You should constantly love them, and most especially the one who initiated you into Tariqat Tijaniya. After loving your sheikh, you should love him to the apex level. لأنها okay. وألا تأمن من مكر رب العالمين. This is very, very important. لا تأمن, as a murid of Tijaniya, just by the virtue of the fact that you are a murid of Tijaniya, you do your morning litanies, you do your evening litanies, you go to wazifa, you go to haylala, you yani you do all what you are supposed to do as a murid of Tijaniya. No, that does not guarantee. It doesn't give you the guarantee. It doesn't give you the guarantee of doing what Allah Subhanahu wa Taala has prohibited, or what Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam has prohibited. Know that you being a murid of Tariqat Tijaniya is not by your will, it's not by your power, it's a favor of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. For that matter, you shouldn't be reluctant and free your mind from any kind of calamities. It is very in doing bad things. Oh, if I do my word, if I do any mistake, if I fornicate or steal money, I'll go and do istighfar and Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala will forgive me. Yes, Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala will forgive you, but you don't know your end. You don't know your end, which is very, very important. You don't know your end. Maybe your end lies in doing that bad thing. Therefore, come to you whilst doing bad thing. You don't know. So it is very, very important for you not to be reluctant and be doing bad things, all in the name that, all in the believing that you will finish your bad deeds and go and do istighfar for Allah Subhanahu wa Taala to forgive you. You don't own tomorrow, or you don't know, you don't own. You lack the knowledge of the next moment. Maybe whilst you're doing that bad thing, an angel of death will come and take your soul. You don't know. So be a murid of Tariqat Tijaniya and never use that opportunity to be doing that which is bad. Never. لا تأمن من مكر رب العالمين. Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, even before saying that, he swore. He said, فَوَاللَّهِ الَّذِي لَا إِلَهَ غَيْرُهُ, by the one whom there is no deity worthy of worship except him. Inna ahadakum, one of you, indeed one of you, la ya'malu bi amali ahli al-jannah, would perform the actions of the dwellers of Jannah, hatta la yakunu baynahu wa baynaha illa dhira'un, until there is only one cubit between him and entering Jannah. فيسبق عليه الكتاب. فيسبق عليه الكتاب. When that has been ordained, will come to pass. فيعمل بأعمال أهل النار, and perform the actions of the people of Jahannam. فيدخلها, and then he enters it. وإياذ بالله وإياذ بالله. And وإن أحدكم, and one of you, لا يعمل بعمل أهل النار, he will perform the actions of the inmates of hellfire. حتى حتى يكون بينه وبينها إلا ذراع, until there is only one cubit between him and entering hellfire. فيعمل بعمل أهل الجنة. Allahu Akbar. Then he will perform the acts of the dwellers of Jannah. فيدخلها, then he enters it. So you don't know your end. For that matter, don't base on the virtue of the fact, don't base on you being a murid of tariqat Tijaniya and be doing bad things. You don't know where your end lies. It is very, very important. Let's put this into the back of our minds, because nowadays you see murids doing committing all sorts of crimes, doing all sorts of bad things, all in the name that you come and sit in wazifa and he'll be forgiven, or he will do istighfar and he'll be forgiven, and so on. So it is very, very important, brethren. Then the next condition, you see that you realize that I've laid emphasis on this particular condition because it is very, very important, and most of the murids are taking it for granted. Even the author said, لأن ذلك من شيم قوم خاسرين. Doing that is an habit, is one of the habits of the losers. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala safeguard us. وَأَلَّا يَصْدُرُ مِنْكَ سَبٌّ وَلَا بُغْضٌ وَلَا عَدَاوَةٌ في جانب شيخك لأنك تجلب التهلكة لنفسك. And as a murid of a person who wants to be initiated into the tariqah, you shouldn't be someone who insults his sheikh, the one who is going to initiate you into tariqah. That's why it's good to know him before going for initiation. You shouldn't by any way insult your sheikh or show enmity towards your sheikh, or disrespect your sheikh in any way. No, no, no. Why? Because your sheikh is your spiritual father. Your sheikh is a teacher. He teaches you good morals in order for you to attain sainthood. Your sheikh is your guide towards the attaining sainthood. Therefore, insulting or dishonoring him is tantamount of you not knowing what you are doing at all. Because when you insult him, automatically, directly or indirectly, it is as if you have insulted Sheikh Tijani, because he is representing Sheikh Tijani. And if you insulting Sheikh Tijani is tantamount to insulting Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, wa iyazu billah. And insulting Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is just like you have insulted Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, wa iyazu billah. So don't show enmity, don't show hatred, don't insult your Sheikh because he's your teacher. And Sha'ir, one of the poets, said, إن المعلم والطبيب كلاهما لا ينصحان إذا هما لم يكرما فاصبر لدائك إن أهنت طبيبه وكنا. And in another way he said وكنا بجهلك إن جفوت معلما. In another narration he said yes وكنا بجهلك إن أهنت إن جفوت معلما عفوا. He says you see a doctor and a teacher, these two people, لا ينصحان إذا هما لم يكرما. They don't give advice when they are dishonored. Why? إن المعلم والطبيب لا ينصحان إذا هما لم يكرما فاصبر لدائك إن جفوت إن أهنت طبيبه. Be patient on your sickness. In ahanta tabibahu. If you dishonor the doctor, if you don't see the doctor who to give you medicine as anything, then you must be able to be patient of your sickness. وَكَنَا بِجَعَلِكَ إِنْ جَفَوْتَ مُعَلِّمًا. Or wasbir in another narration. Be content and convinced. Either way, be content or convinced, or be patient with your ignorance if you hate your mu'allim, if you hate your teacher. This is just a mere teacher who teaches you maybe fa'ilun maf'ulun bihi and so on, or who teaches you maths or physics or social studies. How much more a teacher of showing you good morals to attain into. You don't have to hate him and you don't have to insult him. The shurut left are many. The conditions left for me to explain are many, and I've spent much time. So I would like to stop here, stop on this condition. And inshallah continue next week, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us the ability of putting whatever we are seeing into practice. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us our sins. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us the best of this dunya and akhirah. Whatever you have said right, it's not my perfection. It's not out of my knowledge. The marriage goes to my scholars. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless them. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increase them in knowledge. And whatever I've said wrong, the mistakes I've made is from my weakness and ignorance. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us beneficial knowledge and grant us the best of this dunya and akhirah. أخوكم إبراهيم موسى صالح. إلى لقاء القادم. يفعل الله ما يشاء والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.